Welcome to On the Track with Mr. Lee, the podcast where it's always going down.
This is Mr. Lee, and you're now on the track with Mr. Lee. Before I get started on this topic that I'm going to discuss very quickly, I want to wish all the mothers a happy Mother's Day, and the guys that are dealing with the loss of your mother on Mother's Day, I send prayers and best wishes to you guys. So let's jump right into it. I was scrolling on my Instagram last night, and I saw this clip of Pier Morgan's talk show, and he had a panel on there talking about racism. He had I think it was a Middle Eastern guy, and he had a black guy and two white women on the show. And in the midst of his show, one of the white ladies was talking about how she feels that she doesn't have the freedom of speech to say the things that she wants to say without consequences, and she want to have the right to say rude and disrespectful things to people if she want to. She want to be able to say the N-word if she want to. Hello? Who in their right mind would want to wake up and be that type of person? You have the freedom of speech. But how you use it and the circumstances and the consequences that come with what you say, you have to own that. So as they were discussing this topic, and she was saying what she was saying, Pier Morgan said, "Go ahead and say it. Say it." The black guy on the panel, I forgot what his name is. I think it was Marc. He's a commentator. I think he's on CNN a lot. I see him, a very intelligent guy. I've never seen this guy get out of pocket like he got out of pocket. He got real upset. He said, "No, no, no, you're not going to say that word on here. Disrespect me. I'm the only black person here." And da 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 da. And he went out through his whole little spiel about it. And I felt where he was coming from. But me, I would have just sat there and I wanted to see if she was going to really say it. Go ahead and say it. Like Pierre Morgan said, go ahead and say it. You know, if that's what you want to do, go and say it right now on this show. And the circumstances and repercussions that meet you at your door, own them when you say it. Because you say you shouldn't be counseled, but you know if you say that word and you'll get counseled. If you say it, just like if you say anything anti-Semitic, you're going to get counseled. Even worse, 100 times worse if you say it than it is if you say the N-word. I understood where Pierre Morgan was coming from. I would have just sat there and wanted to see if she's going to say it. She smiled the whole time. She never uttered the word out of her mouth because she's a coward. And she's not going to say it where people can see her saying it and hear her saying it. Because she knows that, one, it's not right to call a black person the N-word. It's just not. By no means. It's disrespectful and it's racist. So if you was that tough and you wanted to go in and say it, you should have went on and said it. And let's just see what happened after you say it. And I think a lot of people have a lot of problems because they don't want to be met with these repercussions. And they feel like it's not fair. Oh, we should be able to say what we want to say. Why? Because we can't say derogatory comments about you and say all of these things about white people without repercussions of losing your job, your livelihood, and everything else. I think Candace Owens found that out really, really quickly. After they had her doing the Sambo dance all of these years, as soon as she did something that went against their agendas, they fired her ass. She had repercussions for her actions. And it is what it is. If you sign up for it, you have to take the bitter with the sweet. And it is what it is. This should go for every race, not just white, black, Mexican, and nobody else, Italian, whoever it is. If you disrespected somebody and you are a public figure, then you are to pay the repercussions for your derogatory comments. And hello, when you out in society, like Shiloh was, then, you know, you're gonna pay some consequences instantly if somebody hearing you saying that. So you can't play the victim if you come out there and call somebody an N-word and you get smacked in your mouth, or you get a video recorded of your ass saying it and then you get blackballed all on the internet. But it just shows you how divided we really are. Everybody wants to say racism doesn't exist, but it does. Because if it didn't, we wouldn't be talking about this. The circumstances wouldn't be staring us in the face. As always, y'all leave your comments, whether they're good or bad. I don't care if you're racist and you come on and you say what you're going to say. I want to hear what you say. I want to know what type of person you are. So you make sure you leave your comments below. Make sure you hit that follow button and hit that subscribe button, because I will be on here every day with some content, and it's not going to always be about racial division or none of that. I'm just going to be reporting the things that I see and the things that are important for me on my channel. All right, this is Mr. Lee, and this is On the Track with Mr. Lee. I'm out. 100. Y'all have a blessed day.